What's going on, everybody? You got Pill in the house. You got Mike in the house. Jay will be joining us on Wednesday. We're gonna be full strength Wednesday evening, so be sure to check that one out as well. But today we gonna pop it off on Monday for this. Some of these topics get too cold, and we're gonna talk about some of those as well. But man, how was the week, man? How was the weekend? Before we get into
Right.
this,
Oh man, straight in the house.
yeah, you and me both in the house.
Cold. It's
Before
cold
we
in
get
the
started, man, I gotta put this out. You talk about having a community garden. This is another reason why you can't have a community garden. Somebody posted a video this week on Facebook. A dude was out there stealing at the community garden, and I think it's in Pecan Lake. Yeah, Pecan Lake. How crazy is that, bro? Well, you can't have nothing, man. Watermelons ain't even full. They ain't even in full strength yet, man. Yeah, I take this. I take this. Give me that.
What it say? Stole 5 watermelons.
Man, why you can't have nothing? Think Game Podcast. Think, learn, and laugh. Podcast about mindset. So one more video, man, before we get out. I think this was funny too, man. This guy tried to rob this woman, and they end up he didn't know that she was an off-duty police officer, man.
Oh yeah.
He said, "You gonna kill me?" Oh, oh, oh!
Oh, okay. Okay.
You son of a kid! Oh, boy, didn't know, man. When it all goes wrong, you think it's a good decision until it's not.
You know, in Chicago.
Oh boy. I just heard that Al Green boy said that he would make you say I'm sorry.
He said, "Damn, baby." He said, "Damn, baby."
Boy, that heat make it, boy, make it change, man.
Yeah, lay down.
Boy,
Man. Oh my goodness.
y'all didn't see this what I sent you today though, man. This is. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this one up. This was funny too. This dude did this he bust a move on a police officer, man. Oh, that ain't even it ain't even wide enough. They had him and held him, and then he took off. He did like a Peter Ward kind of move. Pop, pop.
Mhm.
He ran a route on him.
Did it.
I don't know if they caught him or not, man. They boy like Michael Johnson at the gate.
Wow.
All right, guys. Now it's time to get a little serious, man. Thinking Game Podcast. First topic of the day: the Nolan Wells case.
Mhm.
A lot of murky stuff, a lot of cloudy stuff. Um, African American gentleman hanging out with Caucasian males goes on an island. They come back without him. It's just the facts are crazy. You don't know kind of what's real and what they said. They somebody took the phone to his mom, and then they said, here this phone.
Mhm.
Um, they didn't give him no answers of what happened. Said they all turned off their social media.
Mhm.
Another allegation: one of their mom is a judge, so they connected somehow, and they're all rich kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the question is, what can be learned from this situation? Like if a young person was looking at this, what
Mhm.
can be learned from this situation, in your opinion?
Um, I look at it like you really gotta choose who you hang around closely.
Yes, 100%.
Um, and first and second of all, don't be the token. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Don't be that token one just because you know you cool, but and it's probably not their first time going out, but I think they were probably drinking and ain't no telling what happened. But
Yeah.
I look at it like that for real. Like,
I'll say this, right? Um, One thing I know for sure is that if I go into a situation, I'm gonna get out of it. I'm coming home. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And how it happened is just these one of those situations. Like if one of them had to go and I got to go to jail, that's just it because I'm gonna live. You know what I'm saying? Um, Number two, when it comes to certain situations, I'm not doing it with everybody. Getting on the boat, going across the Gulf of Mexico to an island with people I don't fully know, like I'm not doing it. I mean, it's black people I won't even do that with. You know what I'm saying? Let alone them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just too far away from mainland. You know what I'm saying? To be with people like that. Do you really fully know them like that? You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like I say, it's some family members I wouldn't even do that with. They're like, you want to go over to Horn Island? No, I'm good, bro. I'll be here when you get back. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and usually when you go, we was taught, we leave together, we come back together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure. And even in that, sometimes we've seen this. You leave together, but something crazy happened, and then everybody leave that person. Like we seen that video a while ago where they went and robbed somebody. His homeboy got hit and fell on the ground, and dude ran off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it happened. This kind of scenario happened in so many ways. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
This just one that got publicized. But you know what
yeah.
I'm
You
saying?
committed crimes, you're gonna get left.
Yeah, 100%. You get hit, you gonna get left. And how does this make Mississippi look? They already got a bad stigma about them, but how do you think this make them look, man?
It looks like Mississippi.
Ah, it's like Mississippi. Yeah.
It's just,
Man.
hey, that's just for us Southerners. We ain't surprised. You know
Yeah,
what
well, yeah. If you from the South, man, you like I
I'm
say, you from the South, you already know these kind of things. Some things I just never get comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? My brain just works a different way, I guess. And like I say, going on a boat in water with people that I'm not fully sure about. If I got any kind of skepticism about, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how fun it is or it may be. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It just
saying?
ain't gonna happen. Um, Even in the hood, when they say, "Man, let's go walk around the hood." If it's some dudes that's skeptical, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna stay right here on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what y'all get into. It just had happily, randomly happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Like,
Especially now in these times, man. Everybody got guns and switches and
yo,
want to
yeah.
do random stuff. Then you get caught in the mix. Everything's on camera.
Mhm.
I
And
feel bad for his parents because you would hope that your son, would put himself in a situation where he won't have to deal with this kind of stuff, but it happens. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
college kid.
yeah,
It's like stuff that you like what kids do when they're younger. You know what I'm saying? They
right.
enjoying the summer break. Going and kicking. No, and he was
Yeah,
probably cool with at least two or one of them kind of look sketchy. I don't know. Maybe it's
yeah.
just me.
I wonder, did they jump him? Did they have to like jump him, or was it a one-on-one kind of deal? Because like I say, even if I'm crazy enough to do it, I'm gonna make it back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody for to put me in a situation where somebody else gonna have to go instead of me. This is how it gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And
uh,
but you know, like I say, you from the South. That's the kind of mindset you gotta
yeah,
have because you can say it's a group all the time, but it still comes to situations where it's every man for himself too. Sometimes in the group setting, sometimes it happen like that.
yeah,
And
and like I don't know how to word this correctly, but it's kind of like when parents move to them good neighborhoods and this and
yeah,
stuff. Nothing wrong with
hmm
staying in a good neighborhood, but some certain things like kids they don't look at like that.
but that's the thing too. Shout out to Ricky Smiley, man. Ricky Smiley made a video and he said it's a no-win situation because he said
Yeah,
you can move to the suburbs, you deal with this, you
yeah,
live in the hood, now you got a little peanut
yeah.
bullying everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He said, so what can you really do? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right. It's like Like,
Then you try to approach little Peanut about it. Then his family coming out, grandma coming off the chair with the matted down fro because she been sitting in the chair. You know what I'm saying? They try to say little
what?
Peanut ain't like that, but he terrorizing the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not the
Boy,
matted down fro.
yeah, that's Ricky shit. It's real out there. I think it's on YouTube. It was pretty funny. I should see if I can find it. But it's pretty funny though. But
Yeah.
let us know what you think, man. What can be learned from this situation, and how does this make Mississippi look? Like say to me, like Mississippi burning all over.
Mississippi.
Boy, Mississippi. Mississippi and Alabama. It's just when you say it, it just sends chills up your
And
spine. It's like, I don't want to be nowhere near here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, them places
Maybe
like
Jackson is okay, but when you start getting into them little small towns and you gotta
yeah.
be careful, man. You gotta be careful. We was in the beach in Alabama, very careful, very mindful
Mm.
where we was at. You know what I'm saying?
What they say, you ain't you learn from in the heat of the night? No.
Boy, was that in Louisiana or was that Mississippi?
That Mississippi.
Ooh, in the heat. All right. Another note. BiC FIzzle says that before we get into the topic, it says he's from Arkansas standout. Arkansas football standout to Gucci Mane protege, now facing a murder charge. Just a few years ago, it says his name, Northern of Blytheville, Arkansas, appeared to have everything going in the right direction. Known on the football field as one of Arkansas' top high school quarterbacks, and later on stage as BiC FIzzle, Northern seemed destined for success. His journey took him from Friday Night Football under the lights to recording music with one of hip hop's biggest names, Gucci Mane. However, the 23-year-old finds himself at the center of one of Arkansas' most talked about criminal cases. Man, I hate it for this kid, man. You got to move different when you get on, whether it's football or rapping. You have to move different, man.
Yeah.
So before we read the whole story of what happened, it's like, can a person avoid trouble through choices and decisions?
Oh yeah, that's off
Prevent
top.
or avoid trouble?
That's off top. But when you when you so used to doing stuff like you regular, still regular,
Yeah,
uh, that's what's gonna come with it. Cause it was probably just a simple, go take and go get some weed or something like that.
yeah.
And the old boy probably pocketed a little change. Ain't no telling.
I'm
What
gonna
can
read the story, what they said, like the reports of what happened, like what I guess what the witness said. The second one is, could BiC FIzzle have avoided the legal trouble, or will he have to cooperate to get less time? Let's read the story first. Let's see what they say in the report. You probably can't even see that. I'm looking at another screen. It says, according to court records, Northern was arrested by Jonesboro Police Department following a deadly shooting on July 6th at a residence on Fairview Drive in Jonesboro. Investigators allege the shooting occurred during an attempted robbery involving marijuana. That's why it's going to be tough to get away scot-free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can try to use self-defense, but it's still involving drugs. That's what's going to make it tough. According to a probable cause affidavit, officers responding to a scene found a man dead on the living room floor. Investigators recovered multiple shell casings inside and outside the residence, two handguns, and a large quantity of marijuana in the kitchen. Witnesses told police that Northern, whom they identified as BiC, arrived at the residence in a silver BMW with another man to purchase marijuana. The court documents allege that after the marijuana was produced, the second man pointed a firearm at the resident and demanded more marijuana. So when you think about that part right here, it makes you think,
you tried to
did he
show?
know he was gonna do that, or was that random? You see what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think that was like he probably got shorted or something. Probably
you
got
think
shorted.
so?
Yeah, it sounded like he got shorted. Like, oh, whoa, man, you short on it.
But when he pulled out the gun, though, instead of saying I got shot, he pulled out the gun
Yeah.
though.
Because probably feel, how people feel like you
Yeah.
trying to play them.
I wonder just the case of you going in there with your homeboy and your homeboy switch up. You didn't know he was gonna do this,
Yeah.
or do you think he knew that was gonna go down like that?
Nah,
For
I
you to
know.
drive your own car, for you to drive your own car out there too.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Probably was like it's probably like their normal thing. Probably go pick up some little packs. And
Man,
dudes shouted him. He was like, "No, nigga, you gonna take what I give you." Oh,
all
yeah.
right.
Up the
Police say police say the resident retrieved his own firearm and exchanged gunfire with the alleged robber,
yeah,
who
homeboy got killed.
collapsed inside the home.
Yeah, homeboy got killed. Yeah,
So his homeboy got killed, or dude they took the weed from got killed.
that's what it sounded like. The homeboy got killed.
Ooh. According to investigators, Northern allegedly left the residence with marijuana, entered the passenger seat of the BMW, and the resident fired additional shots as the vehicle fled.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
We
yeah,
wasn't playing, boy.
yeah. That what it's. Yeah,
So he left his homeboy. They supposed to leave together. He left his homeboy on the floor.
yeah, like whoa.
Whoa.
Oh,
So authorities later located the silver BMW abandoned with multiple bullet holes in the passenger side door and windshield. Investigators say the vehicle was connected to Northern, so it was in his name.
mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
bet you when it happened, he was like, "Man, God dog it, man.
wow, yeah.
Ain't it didn't hit the fan now. There ain't nothing I could do. I might well just smoke the rest of this and try to get my mind ready. I guess I don't know,
Man, this stupid nigga tried to rob the plug, man.
boy. Whole new world now. Authorities located the silver. Oh, I did that one. Although Northern was not accused of firing the fatal shots,
Yeah.
prosecutors have charged him under the Arkansas law with first-degree murder and aggravated robbery, alleging the death occurred during the commission of a violent felony. That's what's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's gonna hurt. It occurred during a felony crime, right? A drug deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now they probably gonna try to put it on their homeboy, all on their homeboy. Probably if their homeboy got killed, right? They probably gonna. It's like dead man can't talk. You
That's
know what I'm
on.
saying?
Yeah.
But he not gonna get away scot free though. I don't think he gonna. What you think? You think he can get out of there scot free?
Nah.
I don't think he can, man. Especially when he fled the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Where they railroading, nah.
Yeah. The way they rode, yeah.
They railroad any little thing. But yeah.
It says Northern appeared in Craighead County District Court on Wednesday, where he became emotional as the probable cause affidavit was read aloud. He asked the judge how quickly he could speak with an attorney while keeping his head down throughout much of the hearing. He definitely gonna have to get a good lawyer to
Mm-hmm.
try to make him the best deal that he can get.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is just kind of just going through it. But let's talk about this, man. The decision making, man. I just seen this online. And I think do this happen so fast that people don't even realize they make decisions this fast. Identify the problem, collect information,
Ain't no,
identify alternatives, weigh the evidence, choose from alternatives, implement the action, and evaluate results. Most people don't even think your brain goes through their process probably without even
mm-mm.
really thinking about it. You know?
Now when it's some, when it's stuff like that that gets so real quick, ain't nobody
Yeah,
think about none of that.
yeah. And that's what happens. Now you in facing that legal time, yeah, because you didn't slow down and think, man.
When
Boy,
it when it get so real so quick, it
yeah,
ain't nobody brain processing that fast at all.
yeah, yeah. Oh, shout out to wife. Look at that beautiful profile picture right there. I see you, baby.
Look
Um,
at these two.
but
Get a
yeah, we
room.
trying to tell the young kids, man, y'all gotta think, man. Just you gotta slow down and think. This dude was on a high trajectory according to this article, man. I never. Do you ever listen to him? I haven't heard him before.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you
So
tough.
coming out of Blytheville too, you know what I'm saying? It's
Tough.
probably a small town. It ain't a lot, in these towns, man. And
Should yeah,
one choice, man.
yeah.
One choice. Just going in there with buying some weed with your homeboy. Your homeboy, either he robbed him or, like you said, he got shorted and he was trying to get his whatever he was owed or whatever.
Yeah. Cause you know how
And
to.
when
Well, yeah, you probably do. You know how it is. They're like, man, my sack right, my stuff right. You're like, man, mine showed. You're like, man, you either gonna fix it or you ain't. And dude probably up the tone, and you know how they go.
boy, no, how they go. Yeah, you when they're saying the hood, you pull it, you gotta use it, man. Don't pull it if you ain't gonna use it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And I bet you, like I said, they didn't weigh out the alternatives. Like, man, this could be my last time seeing my homeboy today. Probably
Mm-hmm.
never crossed his mind.
No, it's
You know what I'm
but
saying?
you know how it is. Just normal routine.
Yeah. I'm wondering, did he not know his homeboy was gonna do that? Sometimes you got those homeboys that's live wires, and they
Mhm.
just do something. Wait a minute, we didn't talk about. What are you doing? We didn't talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
And that's probably what happened. Like, hey, boy, whoa, bro,
Yeah,
like I done brought you in. You know what I'm saying? People do
yeah.
stuff. It's a tough
And
time
it, and it,
right now.
and then you just ask the question: is he gonna cooperate? Is he gonna put it all on his homeboy?
And boy,
Or is he
dumping
gonna
all
stand
this,
tall? You know what I'm saying? Because if
dumping
he
all that
cooperate, his
on,
career over, right? If he cooperate, his career over, right?
no, dumping all that on him. Boy, that
They
should
gonna dump it all on homeboy.
dump it all on him. I ain't know.
Oh
I ain't
man.
know. I was just man, we was just getting something to smoke.
Shit, man, I'm addicted to marijuana, man. If you don't do anything, just put me in rehab. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got a gun. I don't even own a gun.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
He gonna have to come with. He gotta have a good lawyer though. If you ain't got no good lawyer, he can forget about it. You gotta have a good lawyer
ain't,
though.
ain't had nothing on me. I was just getting some weed.
But what I'm trying to let these kids know, man, decisions, man, choices can make or break you, man. It could put you ahead or it could set you back. One
All
bad
this.
choice. One bad choice. Going to buy some weed with a homeboy that probably didn't even know he was gonna do that. The next thing you know, your homeboy dead. You got bullet holes in your car, and the police looking for you.
Oh,
You know they ain't even talk about the other driver. They said he got in the passenger seat. So that means somebody else. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
mm,
And talk about the next thing, right? Self discipline. I was thinking about this all week. You know that we all people always when you young they always tell us about discipline when we was teenagers, but how can a young person grasp the concept of discipline without having experience?
mm.
That's tough, right? That's a tough one.
Uh,
Because I
yeah.
mean, even with women, I didn't understand it until I dealt with women, and then I started to understand. Right? When you deal with women, like, okay, I see why you got to have discipline now. You know what I'm saying? But if you never dealt with women like that, you wouldn't understand. Or do you understand the concept if you don't see it with through older, men in your family or wherever you at in your proximity? And not just women, but like stuff like this. No, don't pull your gun out, man, just because he shorted you, man. It ain't worth it because you don't know what he gonna do. You don't know what the other person gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But what you think
probably,
about
thought,
that, though, bro?
yeah, probably thought he was a sucker or something, but
Right.
yeah, discipline, man, it's kind of like second nature though. Like certain things you can be if you can be disciplined on certain things, it's a lot more you can be disciplined
I
on. You
think
know?
everybody's disciplined on certain things, right?
Yeah.
Like some people ain't gonna be disciplined on doing drugs, but they may
Mhm.
be undisciplined in dealing with women, or they may be disciplined dealing with women, but they may be undisciplined on how they treat people. You know what I'm saying? Or not disciplined enough to go to work every day. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I mean, I know some people don't like to hear this, but there are some people they could possibly be homeless because they lack the discipline to go to work. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? They just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they might not even be late. Some people are not late. They just don't want to do it. They just don't want to be on the
Mhm.
grid. You know what I'm saying? They would rather live off the grid. You know what I'm saying? And that's their choice. I'm just saying that's sometimes they could be like that.
I wouldn't mind going to work and still living off the grid though.
But I'm talking about they don't want to work but live off the grid
Yeah.
though. I know what you're saying. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? No electricity, no utilities. You got your own utilities on the land. You got the propane
Yeah,
gas and solar panels and all
yeah.
that stuff. But now they don't even want to do that. They want to live on Asher. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
I'm talking about like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about perfectly normal, healthy. They just want to live on Asher. You know what I'm saying? They want to live on university. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that kind of lack of discipline. But yeah, you gotta have discipline to live off the grid though. Like
Yeah.
to really live off the grid on the land, live off the land, you got to have a level of discipline. You ain't gonna be able to do it. It ain't gonna work. Cause you got to think when you live in those country towns, you pretty much living kind of off the grid. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? And you don't want to get sick. You better take care of your health. You better have all your home remedies in order.
Yeah.
Cause you mess around and get sick in some of them country towns, and the
Yeah.
nearest hospital was in Little Rock, but you all the way in Timbuktu somewhere. Boy, that's a long way. That's a long way
But say
for the
don't
ambulance to come. You know what I'm saying?
they say don't take me to Ashley County, man. Take me to Little Rock.
Boy, boy.
But yeah. What was
Then
that?
shoot, somebody come on your land, boy, you gotta have that heat. You know what I'm saying? You way out in the middle in Timbuktu somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Out there in the swamps. But yeah.
Yeah, but nowadays you really gotta be disciplined and
Oh,
everything.
100%. You'd
This
have to be disciplined.
it's gonna cost you one
I
way.
just think like a lot of kids that growing up in the trenches, they're not taught that discipline piece. They're just living by their own whatever, their own thoughts and imagination. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have that figure to teach them that discipline, like getting up at a certain time to be prepared for school and take a shower every morning and brush your teeth and making
Yeah.
sure you iron your clothes and stuff like that. The kids don't even wear dickies. They wear skinny leg jeans. They don't wear dickies and stuff.
These
Back
kids,
then, dude, the dickies was creased. You know what I'm
I don't even think these kids know how to iron.
saying? They don't even know how to iron. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Like what's
Stay
that?
flow starch. You just go through almost through a whole can of stay flow starch, man. Trying to start your dickies up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm serious. They be like, I'm gonna throw it in the dryer. Like
Who
what?
made who made dickies more famous? Snoop Dogg or
Nah,
or
nah, nah. Them khakis
you don't think
always
so?
been nah. It's always been like a
Or the Commons unit? No.
mm-mm.
Now, come they were
It's like
all white. They be all white, creased up, man. The Commons
it
unit. What?
was just
I
a
was watching Snoop Upside Your Head video. He had on the Dickie jacket, the long sleeve with the dick. I was like, bro, dude used to wear Dickies like a bug, right?
I can't say nothing. I still do.
Ah.
Uh, they are comfortable.
What do you get good quality Dickies at now though? What do you have to go get them at now? Because they don't sell them in Walmart like they used to. Not the
They don't sell the full suits, but you can get them
yeah,
A74s or something like that.
yeah.
Uh, what's
You remember Sterling downtown? Sterling downtown used to have every color of Dickies,
bro?
man.
I promise I was trying to figure out the name of that store for
Yeah, Sterling.
saying I was
Yeah.
like, man, well, I know it was by the what's called. Then I woke up the
Sometimes the
next
Chinese
day.
store used to sell Dickies too. I don't know if they're
Mhm.
still over there. Is it Kim's over there?
I ain't been
Oh,
in there in a while,
they
but
might
what?
still sell Dickies in there. I know that when you told me to move to Jacksonville, they probably ain't there no more either.
Nah,
But
they closed.
they
They
sold the
moved to the
ones, the
mall.
uniform. They sold it for my son, the uniform pants. And them things indestructible, dog.
Man,
You can slide on your knees in them pants. They still won't break through the
yeah,
fabric. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they moved to the mall now.
What mall? What mall they moved to?
McCain.
I need to go check them out. We got to give my son some more stuff for school, and
Yeah.
we got to find it. But let us know in the comments, man. How can a young person grasp the concept of discipline without having experience in those areas? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, going to work. When you get out of high school, that discipline change. Instead of going to high school, now you got to get up and go to work. Especially if you work in the morning or you work in the third shift, second shift, all that stuff. You know what I'm
or
saying?
going to college.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody
going to
gonna be
college.
waking you
We,
up. You
yeah, we're
gotta
going to talk about that too. 100%.
wait.
That's the next one. When you think about college, who do you think college would be a good fit for anybody listening? Like a profile? Who do you think college would be a good fit for?
Oh, those that can sit still.
Yeah,
Those-
that's true.
if you can
That's
sit
true.
still, that's
Yeah,
probably and you can learn on your own.
I
Um,
think if you want to do anything terminal in the corporate world, like IT, medical, anything STEM, is it science, technology, engineering, and math, anything of that nature, something that brings value,
mhm,
college would be a good fit for you. But yeah, you definitely have to stay on top of your paperwork. You got to be able to sit still for about 45 minutes to an hour.
mhm,
Um, and you got to be able to stay on top of your schedule, like really understand the path that you're about to take.
mhm,
And I looked up both of these on the next graphic. We're gonna talk about that. I looked up both of these. It's a time investment either way. There's no shortcuts.
mhm.
So who would you say apprenticeships would be a good fit for?
I don't know because I don't know much about
Like
apprenticeship.
we talked about when you talk about people that's mechanical, you good with your hands.
Yeah,
Apprenticeship would be good for you. Like
uh,
electrical, right? You're doing the
yeah,
same thing over and over, learning how to do different circuits, and you can make this light switch turn off these switches in this room, and you can make another switch turn off the lights in the whole house. And you learn how to do that kind of stuff.
yeah.
When they do new builds, they give you a blueprint, and they want the electric to run like this, and you can do that when you go through an apprenticeship. Framing, same thing with framing, right? You understand 16 on center, you know what I'm saying? A framing gun, nail gun, roofing gun. How do I frame roofing rafters? How do I frame walls? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're doing it over and over. It's like the same steps over and over. And then if you good at it, you start realizing how to do it more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Building
Mhm.
walls and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
that's a lost art, man.
And it definitely is. It
Yeah, if
definitely is.
you're real good, like being a mechanic, man. I mean, even working on cars now, like if you learn, you can now learn how to work on EVs and stuff. You'll
Yeah.
be ahead of the curve. Plus, you're gonna work motor. First of all, gasoline cars ain't going nowhere for a long time. That's not gonna happen. I know they be talking about they want to be on EVs by 2020 something, but
Yeah.
gas cars not going nowhere for a long time, man. Like it's some people that just ain't gonna go. They not going. You know what I'm saying? To no EV. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people don't even want to use electric weed eaters with the battery. They don't, I know they don't want to do that with cars. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man,
um,
we were just talking about this the other
what's that?
day about the lost art of people, building homes and doing
Yeah,
plumbing, like
yeah.
like looking at Southwest. That's how
Hmm.
that's how our Hispanic brothers own half of everything because they basically fixing the stuff up themselves.
They are, and but they put their money together and buy up everything.
Yeah, yep.
We can't do that. It's our culture. We ain't gonna do it. We can't trust each other like that. Yeah,
Right.
I'm not gonna give you $10,000 for what? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so you can promote a show and run off with everybody money.
Yeah, exactly.
It
But yeah, I mean,
happened.
and we was coming home not too long ago. Me and wife and we was on baseline in Chico. You just seeing ride by trucks with tractors, trucks with
Mhm.
landscaping trailers, crew
Yeah.
cab, nine. It seems like it's like six of them in there. You know how they fit? I don't know, but they fit six of them in the crew cab truck with the landscaping trailer. When you got six people doing landscaping, you can do so many yards in one day. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Man, you know how much they probably making a day just doing landscaping, bro?
yeah, I
Man, they probably
already
making
know.
about 10 racks in a day cash.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm already
That's one
knowing.
thing I admire about them. They know how they got the cash um jobs on lock, like painting little odd jobs, home
Mhm.
improvement stuff. Yeah, and they getting it on lock. Cutting trees. Like they probably making 100 grand a month cutting trees down, bro.
And so efficient, and that's.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They'll climb the tree. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Oh man, trust me, I've seen it
Oh yeah.
happen. Like they did my neighbor's roof, man, literally like in a day.
Yeah.
In
Now
a
let's talk about
week.
this. The process, the process for each path, right?
Goodness
Show you that it's
gracious.
not no shortcuts. Self-development path. If you go to college, you got bachelor's or associates. That's the ground level, like the foundation. You got a bachelor's 4 year, an associate 2 years. No way around it. That's just what it is. You can cut it down if you take classes in the summer. You might can cut that 4 year down to 2 years, bachelor's, and cut that associates down to like 1 year or one and a half if you do your classes in the summer too.
Mhm.
And then the thing is, you got to pick a major that's in demand. So when you come out after that 4 years, now you in a field that brings value. You're not going into a field that, now you working at Walmart as a cashier and you got a 4 year degree. That's not what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Saying that.
Um, yeah, it's not nothing wrong with that, but you can do better. That's all I'm saying. You can do better than that. Another thing in college is build connections. Build connect. You don't know the person sitting next to you. You don't know what they could end up. That could be the person y'all can start something with, or start a company with,
Mm-hmm.
or you're good at this and they may be good at that. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. It's good to learn how to talk to people. Because you ain't when you start advancing yourself, you're gonna find out that you're not gonna be in the trenches too much longer because you are at a different place. Not saying you're better than anybody, but you can afford to live outside of the trenches. And sometimes it's like a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about somebody kicking in your door. You can have a nice car. You don't have to worry about nobody breaking in it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to
Um,
worry about it, but
Depending on where you at, and it depends on where you at.
it's still gonna break in your car.
Nah, if you over there in Pleasant Valley, man, you ain't nobody gonna break in your stuff over there.
You're right, because they gonna leave you left the door open anyway.
Nah, it's crazy to leave the door open, but
They do it. Well, you like
yeah.
that in a nice neighborhood, garage door open. They just
But when you start meeting people that's not in the trenches, you start, building
yeah,
those connections. You just never know who you meet. A lot of people that's well off, they knew other people and they did stuff together. Cause you're gonna do so much by yourself. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You definitely got to know,
Yeah.
how the buddy system.
Yeah, cause you only gonna make how much do you think a person can make by themselves, like max out? Like maybe what, double digit millions probably?
Mm.
Under the radar, double digit millions. Maybe like
Uh,
5, 10 million, probably like that by yourself.
now it depends. Well, it depends on what you
Yeah.
doing.
It's hard though. That's hard. Even making a million by yourself, that's hard. That ain't easy to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Latinos, the Latin group, are really taking up because they do stuff as a group. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. It
And
was it's a
they
unit.
killing it. They killing it, man. I mean, they might buy some land in Saline County, and it's like 30 people living on that land. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they all do different stuff, but then they come to the land, they cutting the grass, they doing when it's 30 people doing stuff in our community, it's like one family per household, you know what I'm saying? And those a husband and wife can only do so much in so much time, you know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah,
if you feel like it when you get off work.
yeah, because
So
that's another one of them things about
yeah,
discipline. You know, because if they can have that many people bringing in that much money, and ain't
yeah,
nobody saying I ain't going to work today. I don't feel like it. They got me.
yeah,
That's one of them things that people gotta start looking into. Like, why? How come you can't? You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right. I feel
Like,
you.
shoot, everybody. It's just you just imagine everybody going to work. If we buy this house with and everybody going to work and
Yeah.
everybody chipping in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hey, things be better.
Man, you got to think, man. How many people do you know that's good at working on houses, but they never went and got the contractor's license? You know what I'm saying?
A
In our
bunch.
culture, you know what I'm saying? They never took it to the next level. They kind of just stayed at that, shade tree mechanic level. You know what I'm saying? Never really took it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And I get it because sometimes you realize that maybe they don't want to take the test because they probably can't read it that well. It's not, or
Mm,
they just don't want to be on the grid. They just want to make their money off the grid because taxes and stuff. You know what I'm
all
saying?
right.
Because I had a cousin, he did a job for somebody in the Heights, and they wrote him a check instead of giving him cash. But
Mm,
what he didn't know was they filed it on their taxes, and then he
mm,
got audited for that. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
He showed it to me. I was like, they didn't pay you cash. He's like, no, they gave me a check. I was like, don't you know when they gave you a check, they probably gonna write it off on their taxes, and it's gonna show that you got paid that much money, man. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Oh, I ain't think about it like that. Okay, but now it costs you however much the taxes was. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So he think he did like a landscaping job, like he did like a retaining wall and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they paid him pretty nice, but yeah, they wrote that off on their taxes too, and
Mm.
it came back and bit them in the butt.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What about to say?
Oh no. No.
Then apprenticeship. This is just some of the options: electric or construction, like framing, roofing. What's another one in construction? Like say plumbing. I know some people think plumbing, they think about unclogging toilets, you know what I'm saying? But in new construction, you're digging out the path for the like drain pipe and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and running the PEX or water lines to the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All kind of stuff you can do. Now, when I looked this up, it said you need most of the time the minimum you're gonna have to get to is 2,000 hours.
Mm.
They trying to make it to where it's 16, the minimum age, but I think you still got to have your GED
Yeah.
or diploma. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a 4 year commitment. 2,000 hours, like around a 4 year commitment. You know what I'm saying? Working for somebody. Now, here are some of the key things that you gotta really learn while you're doing it. It's like multitask thinking, right? Learn how to be a owner and contractor, right? Learn
Mm.
how to walk and chew bubble gum. Learn how to work for somebody and work for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can do both. Don't just fall into the trap. I'm gonna own my own business. If you don't know what it takes to own your own business, please learn
Well,
how to do both first before you take that leap. You know what I'm saying?
'cause
It's
it's
more than just say I own my own business. It's paperwork behind that you got to do.
man, you got to
It's
keep up
taxes
with
you got to keep up with.
everything.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
And that's the stuff people not telling you on these little reels and stuff. They just saying start a business. They're not telling you about you got to keep up with your taxes. Even if you want to sell T-shirts, you got to keep up with their website. Can
Mm.
you code a website?
Yeah, you
Even if
can't,
you use Wix, do you know how to use Wix? If you
yeah,
sign up for Wix right now, do you know what the next step is? You know what I'm saying?
and you can't be using Cash App as your tax.
No, no.
This stuff
You know
is,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Even when you own it and you doing cash stuff, you still got to make the sale for somebody to trust you to give you the cash. You know what I'm saying? You think
Mm-hmm.
somebody just gonna give you 10 bands to work on something they don't know you? No, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to develop that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that while you working and develop it at the same time. The next one is you got to develop tough skin when navigating an apprenticeship because they're gonna talk crazy to you. I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen somebody work in. They said they didn't talk greasy to them. You know what I'm saying? You got what they say. You got to pay your dues, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that kind of stuff, and you got to develop that tough skin, man. Not let it throw you off because you there to get to the point where you can work on your own. You're not there to be treated nice. You're not there to, you know, like if you're on a bed of pillows, it's gonna be sweet. It's probably not. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of rough days. But if you can have the discipline, like we talked about, to get through it,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find out on the other side you'll be all right.
Uh,
The second one is, can you be patient enough to complete? Can you sit still? Either one of these, you're gonna have to sit still at some point. Now,
mm-hmm.
with an apprenticeship, you're gonna be working on site, and that's probably good. But there's gonna be points where you have to go back to a classroom and you gotta learn about the regulations of what you can and can't do. What's
Mm-hmm.
gonna pass, what's gonna fail. You gotta learn that kind of stuff. If you're an electrician, make sure how to run the wires and what to connect and what not to connect. You know what I'm saying? If you're a framer, 16 foot on center, uh, jack studs, king studs, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How to nail, what's the best way to nail guns, pneumatic nailer. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff.
And you might have to go clean up somebody else messed up work.
100%. And then the next one is learn the trade and start investing in your own tools. You Man,
Ooh.
Harbor Freight, man, you can buy any tool you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be just Home Depot, but when Harbor Freight came out, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would you say just
Man.
if a dude wanted to get his own house? What do you think the some tools
Ooh.
a young man need to buy? If he's to get his own house, get his first house, what do you think the tools need to buy to have in the
Man.
garage?
You always gonna need a socket set,
Yep,
flatheads,
yep,
Phillips, uh,
yep,
every every different size of socket sets. Uh,
yep,
them just off top.
yep. Socket set. I would say socket set, impact driver, if you can
Mm-hmm.
afford it. impact driver. I would say get you an air compressor.
Yeah, yep.
There's one thing that always get on your nerves is tires on the car because you just never know. You try to
Mm,
drive and avoid nails, but sometimes it just happens. You know what I'm saying? It just
yeah.
happens. And is I'm telling you, an air compressor will save you so much time because what I'm learning now is it ain't that many gas stations that got air compressors anymore. You know what I'm saying? It just
Mm-hmm.
ain't. Um,
Um,
what's
it,
another tool? Air compressor, air hose, air chuck. Um, yeah, air gun. You can take your tires off and stuff.
hmm
And a ratchet.
Oh,
You gotta have a ratchet, man.
small and large.
Yeah, small and large for sure. And all of that stuff. But yeah, man, learn to invest in your tools, man. Like if you want to be a welder, you can buy that at Harbor Freight.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Keep it
go to the
small.
welding school at Metro, shout out to Metro, man. If you start doing anything construction or welding, if you want to weld, you can go to Harbor Freight and get that exact welder from Harbor Freight.
Yup.
And you can be proficient by the time you get out of high school. And you can go work for Wellspun or whoever do welding.
Yeah.
And you can show them I got my own welder at home. You can make a YouTube channel and just show your own welding projects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can get one.
And
Electrical one, like for right now, like
yeah,
$59.
yeah. Learn how to fabricate, work on trailers. You're gonna always have work. If you can do work on trailers and stuff, boy, you're gonna always have work. People hollering at you. But self development is a real thing, man. You have to find something to do when you get out of high school, or it's gonna be tough. You're just gonna get stuck doing those easy jobs like cashier and pushing carts and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with it, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to be in your 30s pushing carts. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have to. But I would say you can do better than that in your by the time you're in your 30s. But so what are some of the we think about some of the decisions? What could be the issues that could hinder a person from committing 4 years to personal development after they graduate high school? What do you think some of those issues that people may not see?
Uh, Probably how to get out your own way, man.
Yeah,
Small minded thinking.
yeah, yeah. You got sometimes family issues where, like like you say, sometimes dudes forced to be the man of the house, and they don't really have time to really. You're trying to figure it out how you gonna help pay the bills and stuff, and you really kind of get lost in that, and you forget
Yep.
about self development. You know what I'm saying? You just find something to help you pay the bills and
Mhm.
stabilize, and then you don't think about that part. Family situations like deaths in the family, like that patriarch of the family die, and it's
So,
hard sometimes to focus when that happens until things get back stable. You done grieving because that happens too.
yeah,
And
especially the person that raised you, like your be
right,
like grandma or something like that.
yeah. This happens in college. Like I said, a person that was going to college, I had a lot of people that end up like dropping out because something happened with the family. It's like they were so close too, man. Man, they were so close. And they stopped. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. I say from experience, it's hard when stuff happen in life, but you have to prioritize your self development first. It's not easy to do, but once you get it, because the thing is, sometimes those life situations they're gonna happen and it's gonna be there, but you don't have all the time in the world to develop to go through these things when you go into college and stuff. You kind of playing around in a time window, and you need to get that done. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to the next question: how does a person handle life and commitments at the same time? That's pretty tough, especially like apprenticeships where you working 7 to 5 probably, you know what I'm saying? You got to get those 2,000 hours and then, Uncle Tony die, you know what I'm saying? Or some, Uncle Paul die, you know what I'm saying? Um and how do you handle that? You know what I'm saying? Do you still work and grieve at the same time because you got to get 2,000 hours? Or do you take a break and risk not going back? You know what I'm saying? And you have to make these kind of decisions in real time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And you might not have that family member to be like, nah, we'll be okay. You finish what you're doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
hmm Yeah.
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 because getting stability, man, I think sometimes people sleep on that word. It sounds easy when you say it, but actually to be stable is not as easy as people think it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna cost you something to be stable. It may cost you some free time. It may cost you hanging out, but you gotta, find that way to personally develop and still try to handle life at the same time.
Yeah,
Definitely not easy, but it can be done.
yeah, and adults need to give these kids a fighting chance. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I agree. I agree. Yeah,
Even though,
because
yeah,
it was it's families out there that they'll send their kids to college, but they'll try to take the kids' refund money.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, but it's out there. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cases out there like that. They don't get talked about enough.
yeah.
They know when it's coming. It's sad. They don't go to college, but they know when your refund coming, and they calling you, hey,
I
you
need
get your
some
refund yet? You gonna send that back home? You know what I'm saying?
send me some monies. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Mm.
So pick one. If you had to pick a movie, which one you picking? Paid in Full or Scarface?
I'm going paid in full.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Paid in Full too. Even though I like Scarface,
Yeah.
Paid in Full a little bit more relatable.
Yeah.
Scarface is just astronomical over the top, man.
Yeah.
He played it though. Scarface, he played that part though. Paid it forward though, man. Yeah, that's more relatable though. Especially H, man. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Mhm.
you gotta think about it now. A lot of dudes, you think he encouraged people to rap, man? Alpo?
Nah, not
Nah, they
encouraged.
was rapping before then. It just when
Yeah, I
social
was
media wasn't
about
out. Dudes
to
always was
say
rapping, man. When you hear these cops in these interviews now, they're like, that's how they solve cases, informants, man. They can't even solve it without informants. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they've been, what the little young dude said, man, I'm up here looking out. OG ratting on me the whole time. What?
Boy. The one scene that was crazy, man. I be watching every now and then where he said, Calvin must got y'all shook. And he ripped him out the car. He said, Top, he pulled him out the car.
Yo, I know.
Oh man. That stuff happen in real life though. That kind of stuff that be happening in real life, depending on what neighborhood you in.
Yo, he said, "Dude, that
Yeah.
pistol for real."
Man, you mess around ride through Wall Street, you want to, talking crazy, boy. Over there on
Mhm.
the west side, boy, they probably pull you up out that thing, man.
Yeah, now times are different. These
Yeah.
kids, they ain't even about the money no more.
Nah.
They just,
Nah. They just want the rep. It's almost like hunting. It's like they want to put
yeah,
your head on the wall, man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
They want to smoke. They want to have you smoke
Yeah.
and
That's
a and a,
crazy.
and a cigar. We smoking on such and such. I think
Yeah.
that drill rap had a lot to do with that.
Oh, I did for sure.
That's
100%.
that is the worst thing that ever happened to rap.
Drill rap and scat packs and those Hellcats, the demons and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that video? You see that video? I see dude ran. He was on Roosevelt over there by our house, and
Mm,
the state trooper turned his lights on. Man,
mm,
he was
yeah.
up Roosevelt like 5 seconds. He was
Gone.
all the way down there by Martin Luther King and gone. The trooper didn't even know where he went, man.
Man.
In that Hellcat, now he had a scat pack. He was gone, bro.
Shit, man. By the time he made it, he had just passed the gas station. He was gone. Lights out.
By the time he
Gone.
made the sales, he was already up Martin Luther King, man. He was gone.
Oh, huh. His life disappeared once he got over the hill.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't fly up the hill, man. You know what I'm saying? Going that fast down, up that hill, like told Martin Luther King. That's a hill that's a legit hill. I'm surprised he didn't fly, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say. He lost some, right there by the freeway.
No, he took out by the freeway, but he went all the way down to Martin Luther King, then he turned by that bait tackle shop somewhere. And he just turned his lights off. He's like, well, I don't even think they got his tags. I don't even think they got his tags, man.
Mm. No. Yeah.
So another movie we talking about case study, right? Because it's like a lot of little things in this movie, right? Temptation. I think we talked about this before. So when you think about everybody had their own situation, it's like how does another grown man convince another grown man to quit his vices? Is that even possible, man?
Uh-uh.
Because all of them, one of them drunk. He not drunk, but he was drinking because he was having he had pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Paul.
What's his name was smoking all the time. David Ruffin, he's in everything, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Otis, said I think he messed his marriage up because he's over there messing with Diana Ross. I don't know, one of them Supremes. I don't know which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
But how hard is it, man? Like when you in a group like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Even growing up in the trenches, when you with a crew, to tell them to pipe down. You know what I'm saying? Like even what we was just talking about with BiC FIzzle, he just his homeboy to pipe down, man. He didn't even think about. I got the biggest artist with me right now, and I'm about to ruin it. He didn't even think about it. I'm about to ruin this dude's career. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Over some weed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But but when you think about the Temptations, like in that situation, was it anything that Otis could have did to keep them kind of on the straight and narrow? It ain't when you dealing with grown men at that level. It's really nothing you can do.
There ain't nothing you can do, man.
Yeah, that's true. And
Especially when you,
sometimes, go ahead.
especially when you're of age like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to watch it play out. It's tough. It's the toughest part, man. But because I know Eddie Kendricks, like say he's smoking them cigarettes, he ended up getting lung cancer, losing his voice. Um, and then Paul is his friend. He ended up I don't know if he committed suicide like they said in the movie. I don't know if he. I don't know, man. But
Mm.
and they told him he couldn't sing because he was so sick from that pancreatic cancer and stuff.
Yeah.
But he won't stop drinking though. But it's tough, man. But that's tough about life though, man. You see people go through stuff and you try to say, man, you might need to chill. It's like, man, you don't tell me what to do, man. Stay out of my
Yeah.
business. Like, what do you do after that? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Because most of them don't want to hear that.
Yeah. They don't want to hear it, you know what I'm saying?
And they fighting, you know, when you fighting your demons by yourself, they don't want to hear
That's true.
that.
That's why you gotta find God, man. Because if you don't, you're gonna find other stuff. I had to learn that myself.
Mhm.
You will find other stuff when you don't find God, and it'll be tough. Let us know what you think. How does another grown man convince another grown man to quit his vices? When you look at the Temptations, all of them had something going on in the story, man. It was crazy. And in the end, only two of them, really only Otis survived.
On the
To
oldest,
be
yeah.
honest,
The
losing his
oldest.
health, he didn't want to stop with the arthritis and stuff. He was bone on bone, still trying to bust the moves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
does fame really affect people? Like, do you think fame kind of affected everybody too?
Yeah.
Just it made you addicted to want to keep doing it, even though you're dealing with your vices and stuff. But
The fame and money, when the money
yeah,
coming like that,
yeah,
fame and you're going to different cities.
yeah, yeah. That's tough, man. Yeah, yeah. You think about the NBA, man. You going to different cities. People know you making money. You like food, man. You know what I'm saying? Women know you making this money. I remember my cousin. He worked for the railroad. He said, man, even on the railroad, when they come there, they're like superstars. There's women that know that they work on the railroad and they be coming at them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When they go to them little small towns and be working on the railroad and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that. They know, man. He say, man, it's crazy
That,
out here, man.
that's been going on since the early 1900s.
He said
For real.
that.
Mhm.
All right, guys, be sure to check us out. Thinking Game Podcast. We're about to get ready and close out this thing. Be sure to check us out Wednesday instead of Thursday. Wednesday, we're going to be at full force. It's going to be around this time in the evening. So be sure to check us out. Be subscribed to CTM TV Little Rock on all platforms. Anything you want to say before we get out this thing, bro?
Y'all keep living, keep getting better and better every day. That's all we can
Every
do.
day. Self-development is the key, and thinking before you do is the key. Thinking Game Podcast. We will catch you on the next one, and we signing out.